subscribe to my channel done up, click the bell for more video updates, like, comment, and share. Hi, let's look at the difference between SQL and MySQL. What map is this? This is USA map. What about this? This is the UK map. US map and the UK map. Which language do they speak? They speak what? English. Let's check something, then we'll come back to this place. Look at this. SQL. It stands for what? Structured Query Language. Remember, it's just what? A language. SQL enables you to design, access, manage, and manipulate databases. Remember, it's a language that enables you to design, access, manage, and manipulate databases. This language does not change because it is what? A language. English is a language that enables you to communicate with the Americans or the British. Remember, it's a language and what? It does not change. So if it's all about database, if it's the language we speak inside database, just the way we speak English in USA or in the UK, if it's a language we use to design, we use to access, we use to manage, we use to manipulate databases, what is there for databases? Database is a collection of data. Collection of what? Data. Organized. Remember, if the data is not organized, we are not talking about database. Organized in a manner that allows what? Access, retrieval, and use of that data. If you can't access it, you can't call it what? Database. If you can't retrieve it, you can't call it what? A database. If you can't use that data, you can't call it what? Database. Remember, it's about data. That means what we are talking about is based on data. Okay, and the language you use to do all these things, to access, to retrieve, and to use is called what? SQL. Structured Query Language. Then what's about this data we are talking about? When you say a collection of data, organized, okay, organized. Okay, in a simple word, data can be what? Facts. Fact about what? Related to any object in consideration. If you are the object in consideration, what are the facts about you? You have a name, you have email, you have address, and so on and so forth. These are what? Data. What about your height? What about your weight? And other things that are what? Related to you. What about pictures you take? Pictures. What about image, files, PDF files, and so on and so forth? Where you organize this about many people and store them in a place, you are not talking about what? Database. That's what this one now we are showing you here. This about student what? Name and age. Only this what? Table. This about the subject and the teachers that are teaching them. Organized in a table. This one is talking about what? The relationship between what? These two tables. So that we can be able to what? Use them accordingly. Understand? But what do you use to do all these things? You want to create this one, huh? You want to create this one, you want to create this one, you want to impute this, you want to delete, for instance, you want to change this one from C++ to Java, for instance. What do you use? You want to delete the entire table, you want to put a new one, you want to put another row. We use what? A language you all call SQL, just a language. But remember, this is a language But USA is not what? A language. They are what? People. Okay? And if these people want to communicate, they use this language. But USA is not English, but English is their language. The same thing with what? The UK. Having said that, where do we use this language? That brings us to Database Management System, DBMS. DBMS, number one, you should know, is about software. About what? Software. What are these software all about? This software allow a user to store and to retrieve data from what? Database. This is a database. This is the user. The user want to talk to the database, which we have seen. There's something that stands between you and the database. That's called what? The DBMS. DBMS is not the database, and database is not the DBMS. And database is not SQL. SQL is not database. SQL is not DBMS. DBMS is not what? SQL. SQL is a language you will use through DBMS to access what? Database. Are you getting it? So DBMS is a software. Helps to manage relational database using what? SQL. Is the language this guy will speak through DBMS to what? To do whatever I want to do with this what? Database. Because it's a software, it is frequently what? Updated. Because what? It is a software. We have different types. We used to talk to what? Database using SQL. These are DBMS. DBMS. They are what? Softwares. These are Microsoft Office Access, Microsoft SQL Server, Postgres SQL, Sybase SQLite, IBM DB2, and MySQL, and many other ones out there. If there are so many, why are we now using MySQL? Before I will explain that to you, the next thing you ask me now, which language does this one speak? This one, this one, this one, this one. All of them what? Speak what? SQL. But what is the difference between SQL used in Oracle and the SQL used in MySQL? The one used in what? Postgres SQL. The one used in SQLite. The same, but little what? Difference. This one take me back to what? USA and United Kingdom. If you're in this country, if you write somebody here, if you write on the paper, I'll say, please, I need my money. Give me what? A check. This is strange. It expects you to write what? Check. But here, this what? Check. But the same thing. In the UK, the same thing, the same thing. You get it? Here, if you are here, they expect you to write center. Here, they expect you to write what? Center. Same thing, but different what? Spelling. The same thing. Okay? Americas. America goes for what? Vacation. The British, they go for what? All. They say all or holidays. Same thing, but same communication, but different implementation of this language called what? English. You agree with me? In US, I will simply say what? Learned. Learned MySQL from Mr. Don. Here you say what? Learned MySQL from Mr. Don. The same thing, but different implementation. But at the end of the day, what is achieved here? Communication what? Is achieved. The same thing goes to this place. Here, the same SQL, the same language they are all speaking. When you are here, same language. But when you are here, the way you will use this language, there might be slight difference. The way you will use this one, slight difference. But at the end of the day, something is achieved. What is achieved? Database management. Hope you understand the difference now. We have a language. We have something we want to access. Data. Now, organize, call what? Database. But to access them, we need to what? Speak this language through what we call what? DBMS. It will help us to communicate. So I am here. What I now have now is a screen. I'm using this one as a language I've learned to walk through DBMS. Now, MySQL to talk to this guy. Another person might decide to what? Do the same thing through this guy. Same thing through this guy. Subscribe to my channel, don't up. Click the bell for more video updates. Like, comment, and share.